Good morning. This is Monday morning. I'm headed to physical therapy, but I've been up since 4:45. Giving Robin Sharma's book, The 5 a.m. Club, a plug. And the reason is he's got me doing something right now. There was no easing into it. There was no a whole lot of strategy involved. I mean, I was already getting up 4:45 every day and meditating. See, I had to break. I had to deviate from a process that I've been doing that I like and I'm happy with. Okay, to change it around to do 20 minutes of something highly high energy physical activity, getting my heart beat up and sweating, right? So I'm jumping rope for 20 minutes, like as soon as by 5 o'clock. Then I did my meditation and prayer, okay? And then I start planning my day. And I've had a struggle getting my day plan going for a long time. All right, years. Right, I used to do it all the time, and I just have had a hard time getting going. Right, and got it going now. All right, and so and what I figured out is I'm reading the Bible, and I'm thinking about people we're talking to in this business, right? if you start on a system or a pattern of habit or of activity, all right, if you do a successful habit or a successful operation and you do it, you implement it the way it's designed to implement, you're going to have success. Now, I was a Navy SEAL. I'm going to tell you that more times than not, things don't go as planned, right? But that's Navy SEALs. What the magic of Navy SEALs is, they have a contingency for their contingencies. And I'm not kidding. They have SOPs for their contingencies, okay? Because anything can happen, and it usually does, right? And that's why, okay? But it's after you do it enough times and you do all this training enough times, you fall on your face enough times, you start learning to look for that place where you trip, okay? So, with this business, this is amazing, especially right now, right? If you know the numbers, right? If you make 10 calls and you say, like, you can do the help me script with the way we're doing things now with the Zoom calls. Hey, I've gone through the training academy for this company a bunch of times. They've changed the way they're doing things now. They're doing everything to Zoom, and I need to practice on somebody. When can I get you on Zoom and go through the presentation and give me your feedback? How hard is that, right? That edifies people right away, because they think that that they're going to give you the magic words for your success, and they want to be the one that does that, right? It's going to be a no-brainer, okay? But you can't be scared to do that. If they say no, what can they say? Well, what is it? Well, that's what I want to show you. That's what I want to show you, right? and that's why I'm going to do the Zoom call, because I can't give you the whole movie over the phone. There's things that you got to see, and there's graphs and charts and diagrams that I can't articulate to you. Okay, but if you then you follow the 7 steps, all right, it'll take them there. And if you take their pulse and you get their feedback, wish I could remember her name. She's very enthusiastic, very excited. She talks a lot, right? But I see her do the presentations, the 7-step or the fast start, and she pays attention to the concerns of the person she's talking to. How about that, right? You know, you can teach somebody, a knockout combination that Buster Douglas used to knock out Mike Tyson, all right? But it isn't going to work every time with everybody, okay? All right, you gotta, you gotta be able to improvise. You gotta be able to offer the right solution for the right challenge, okay? And oftentimes objections, if you can satisfy an objection, now you just knock down a barrier. That's the time to ask for the commitment, okay? And if you have not written your reasons why you're doing this, okay, your 10 reasons why. If you have not written your prospect list, the 25 or 100, whatever you got, right? And then identify the top 10, the ones that are probably the easiest ones for you to talk to. You know them the best, right? And they're going to stay on the phone with you, right? Then, and you haven't approached them, why not? Okay? Right? And now this has never been easier. Okay? Because there's a Zoom call at 10 on the 7 steps, man. This is the perfect thing to get people on. All right? 10 o'clock today. Right? So there's no excuse, right? And then watch that 7-step call, right? And then get your stuff together. Get the video, the Super Trip video, so you can plug it right in. And when you get on Zoom, do a screen share, right? Then, do the screen share and show them the WSB community Facebook page, right? Then, to point out there's 60,000 subscribers to that Facebook page. Who has that, right? And then you go to the Blue Book and you go through. Do you read it verbatim? Bernadette Kim can recite that thing verbatim without looking at it. That's incredible, right? And but take their pulse. Do the statistics in Canada mean anything to people down here? I'd still go over them, right? And then when you're talking about the statistics, especially right now, what's going to happen again right now? That's why the president has hit this stimulus, because you know what? They don't want to have the banks crash like they did in 2008, right? Because people will walk away from their houses, and they don't want that happening. Okay, that's why he's offering unemployment to people that don't get unemployment, right? I mean, he wants people to stay sheltered until this virus expires. Okay, but he's got to keep us sustainable till that happens. Okay, so our economy doesn't collapse. Okay, that's why they're at home, right? And they want to make more what they're going to get with an unemployment check. It's not as much as they would make if they were working. Okay, but they got, what else are they going to do? And then when you go through just get to know the presentation, okay, in the Blue Book, right? And show them the workbook. And this coincides with it, right? It helps reinforce this information so you know it. If you know it, you'll do it. If you'll do it, you'll get yourself out of debt, all right? You'll have more money saved for retirement. It'll grow faster. You'll have to pay less in taxes, all right? And you'll be on your way to the promised land, okay? Then you go through the green flip chart, which is a lot of the same stuff. It's kind of redundant, okay? But it reinforces it, right? Then you get to, give your testimony. Then you ask for, get them coded, right? And that's the process. All right, that's the process. How hard is that? Okay, if you can learn to, people spend more time than that trying to give a speech, right, or a sermon. All right, if you can do any of that, you can do this, and this pays. All right, this is going to be a great week. Off to the races. Bye.